If your gut isn't up to par, if it's not functioning, if it's had an injury, all of the other systems in our body struggle because they're compensating.
It's connected to your brain by what we call the vagus nerve.
Yes.
And your gut makes like almost the majority of your neurotransmitters in your body. So that is so important to understand.
They're literally telling me you're not going to live. Like, you need a transplant. And if you're lucky enough to get one, then yay for you. I literally started the healing instantly. Literally instantly before the supplements. Most people come 2 weeks, once a month, whatever. Colleen, you're doing so amazing. You look so good. Like,
Our gut affects them all.
yes, I love that. That is a very, very good point.
Right?
This gut-brain connection is honestly helping me to change my environment for the better.
These are the building blocks of true health, true healing, and lasting wellness.
If you want healing and you come here, you will heal.
Welcome back to Foundations of Health, the podcast from Denali Specialty Clinic where we explore true health and lasting wellness by getting to the root cause. I'm Ronnie, and today we're unwrapping one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself this holiday season, a healthy gut. In this episode, we expose the vagus nerve, the spider web connecting your gut and brain. We'll hear from a patient who received a death sentence diagnosis, but found instant healing by resetting her gut and restoring this vital connection. We'll also talk about how the microbiome impacts your emotional and physical health, and share some simple hacks to maintain your body's blueprint for lasting wellness this holiday season.
So we are going to talk about the gift of gut health, and I think the most powerful part of understanding the gut for me is the role that it plays in our body, that it is genuinely the hub of health, and it is whatever we put into our body, its role is to take it, to break it down, to then send all of those nutrients into the other systems of the body and to discard as well. And that is powerful. So like if your gut isn't up to par, if it's not functioning, if it's had an injury, all of the other systems in our body struggle because they're compensating.
And one other thing that I don't think a lot of people think about in terms of the gut, and maybe people don't even know, but it's connected to your brain by what we call the vagus nerve.
Yes.
And it is responsible for communicating with your brain more than any other part of the body.
Your brain makes all the choices.
Yes.
So it has to.
And your gut makes almost the majority of your neurotransmitters in your body. So that is so important to understand. We were talking about getting dysregulated during the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't, and like we said, it's not just the holiday season, but because this is a time when you're not used to gathering all the time with, say, family members and what have you, or just people you haven't seen in one time.
Yeah, especially if we're all introverted like we are.
Yes. And we should talk about that another day because that is very interesting. But
it is.
It can be stressful. And when you experience stress, your body, so this might be a concept that more people are more hip to. We talk about the nervous system. We have our central nervous system, and a part of that is our parasympathetic and sympathetic. And parasympathetic, as most people who are hip to this would know, is kind of your rest and digest, and you kind of it allows you to bring back from that fight or flight, which is what your sympathetic is
which both are necessary. Yeah.
Totally. And the point isn't to always be in parasympathetic because that's ideal, or to always be in. We know where this is going. We need balance. And so the vagus nerve helps us do that by resetting the communication through our body.
Yeah.
And where that communication gets disrupted, like we just said, stress can be a part of that. But getting even more down to the gut, what I didn't realize is that the bad players in the microbiome, so the microbiome is kind of like this whole host of microbial life that makes up really who you are.
It's all of you.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
You are what your biome is.
Yes.
So
I love that.
Yes.
And so anyhow, what I didn't fully understand
That's
is...
our quote for the event.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
No, it is. It 100% is.
Yeah, because it's kind of like you are who you hang out with too. You are 100% everything that you have in your environment. And this is your body environment, and you literally are what it is.
And especially when it affects the rest of your body, that hub of health.
And this is bringing us to see it.
Yep.
We're actually able to embody it from like an outside perspective and see it.
Yes.
Like, because we are humans and we have experiences and we're like, oh, there's this and that. And then all of a sudden this comes in and then you can connect with that. And that is everything, I think. I mean, I am a believer. Yeah. Like, I know people think that's sometimes woo-woo stuff. And it's like, no, your biome, your gut, look at soil, look at everything.
And it's just our body.
Yeah.
It's
our human flesh.
It's real. It's like, and that's why a lot of people think, oh, the vagus nerve. And it's like, no, that is what the vagus nerve does. And it covers the entire GI system.
Yes.
And it's a part of it. And that whole GI system is how our body functions and how the rest of our body receives the ability to continue on, where it receives the nourishment, where it receives the signals. And it's in constant connection, that gut-brain connection as well.
But and that's in the gut health. Like you guys are talking about, everything repairing in here goes to the brain. Suicidal thoughts.
Dysregulation.
Dysregulation.
And it's so amazing. I'm getting so excited with this stuff. It's amping me up because now that I'm going through it myself, and I'm only 3 sessions in, I have noticed so much different.
And that's in the neural reboot, right?
Yes, in the neural reboot. The gut health already helped me with everything I was regulating in my life.
So let's segue there. Let's maybe go back to your story before we end on the...
We'll talk about this in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll talk with you guys as much as you want. I love talking with you guys. You guys are most amazing people. I just love it.
Look at that. Sure. You're like, stop. I mean, come on.
No, I'm going to keep giving. That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah. So let's kind of go back to your story so we can lead up to the gut reset. Tell us what you were experiencing and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah. Well, I guess the simplest form of it was just a lot of what doctors would call IBS. Literally every time I ate, everything came right through. I was not absorbing any nutrients. I went down to like 90 pounds. And it wasn't, I would say, anorexia, but it wasn't anorexia nervosa. I didn't think it was fat. You know what I mean? It was just, food feared me.
Yeah.
I started looking into a lot of chemicals. I was doing a lot of my research that I was working on. All of that's freaked me out. And I thought, I can't eat anything.
Yeah.
And the way my body was digesting it. So I kind of just went through, I don't know, a whole transmorph experience, if that makes sense.
Your body was just utterly discombobulated.
Yeah, it really was. And also stress from the outside too, emotional stresses, things going on in my life, different things. And all of it affected my body in so many ways. And I went to doctors when I got ill enough to think I needed help, right? And they told me things that I couldn't accept. And that's when I found Dr. Earl, and that's, when I came here.
And the IBS, was that simultaneous when you were retaining water and had trouble with your liver?
Ascites.
Or is that...
Yeah, all of it. It was happening for about a 3-year span. It was literally, the ascites came on and just all of a sudden, literally right before I came to see Dr. Earl.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I never had that in my life. I've never experienced anything like that. All the other symptoms, I
was curious what that timeline was.
Yeah, I've been with naturopaths my whole life since I was about 20 and I'm 43. So for a while, I have always been on that natural side trying. I never did pharmaceuticals. I never did drugs, nothing like that. But things were still like the stuff was happening. And the only thing I could relate to it was outside stressors, whether it was chemtrails or people in my life or whatever else, right? But it was affecting my GI. And I would go to the doctor because my family would say, just come, please. I don't want you to suffer.
Because you tried everything natural.
Yeah.
Then you go to doctors because you're like, we don't know.
And they're telling me you have a death sentence. They're literally telling me you're not going to live. Like, you need a transplant. And if you're lucky enough to get one, then yay for you, right? Like, they weren't rude. They weren't,
They didn't have answers either.
but they didn't have answers, and they had judgments.
There's a bit of apathy going on.
Yes. And so I said, well, what happens in the absence of? Well, what do I want? Well, I want to thrive, and I know I can. And by the luck of my mother, because she knew, I know you need to heal, and I know you're not going to do it this way. I'm going to find you someone. And she did, because I wasn't doing it for myself. Apathy, right? And so when I found Dr. Earl the first day I came here, the first day I met him, it just felt like home. And that's why I told my mom, called her and said, this feels like home. I said, thank you so much for finding this clinic for me.
I'm fine.
Like, literally, because I was about to move back to Kentucky. I'm serious. Like, it's where my family was, where everyone is, my team that has kept me alive to this day. And I felt like maybe moving away was the problem. Maybe that I am not with all these people that were there for me. And now I'm on my own and doing this. But something brought me to this, like, this is a new thing. We now have tools.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and then, with me, it's my faith always that I believe. When I'm down on my knees, that's faith for me.
Yeah.
But everyone has their
version of
ways
it.
and understanding. Yeah. And you have to go down to go up and have a place to build upon.
Yeah.
And when you map the GI, because we understand how important it is, I really do believe that gives you that faith you're talking about, like that. I use the word faith, but whatever word anyone wants to use, that is, you have a knowing that this can work. I believe it will.
And I think
And
that
it does.
I love what you just said, because I think it's a knowing and simultaneously a remembering.
Yes.
Because that blueprint exists in our body.
Yes.
The body knows what
the body
to do.
already knows.
The gut knows what to do. Our heart, our brain, our
We were built perfectly.
Yeah, and it knows how to heal itself. And so when we stumble upon something that feels new, it's simultaneously that remembering. And I think one thing that I feel like we have heard from a lot of patients who haven't been able to find answers in natural medicine, in Western medicine, and Dr. Earl is this fantastic bridge of
Yes,
both.
I love the bridge word. That's my favorite.
It is a very powerful word, but I've heard people say they've gone to doctors. We hear this so much because doctors aren't necessarily wrong. In these circumstances, often it is gaslighting. Like they're not listening or they're not present.
Exactly.
However, there are wonderful doctors that don't have answers yet, right? And I think, well, it is in our heads. It is in our bodies. It is in our emotions, because our gut affects them all.
Yes, I love that. That is a very, very good point.
Right? We've talked to so many people, and so it's hard because it's like, you know what? It is in your body. We understand that you're experiencing real physical symptoms. It is also in your head. It is also in your emotions. It is affecting your spirit.
And that can change at any time as you choose.
Even if doctors saying it is in your head, yeah, that's a part of it. It is
Yes.
there. And we don't have the answers. I wish we were.
Let's connect it all. So build a bridge.
Build a bridge.
Like when I'm speaking about this treatment I'm going through, bridge comes up every time. I'm
Every
like,
time.
because people ask me, how does this work? And I'm like, it's basically building a bridge. Like literally.
So all of this is leading perfectly into what I want to talk about, but I want to hear you out first.
Well, that was it. I
Yeah.
was just going to.
Okay.
And let's hear how you feel now and then go to that. Like, what are you experiencing because of the gut reset?
Yes. And no, it's the feeling of like observing myself. Like I was telling Dr. Earl, it feels like shadow work being done. Like I've done a lot of shadow work in the psychology, but this is happening in the physical body. Like, yeah. And that part is weird. It's like normally where I said I would take my attention somewhere else from trauma response. Like, let's say jealousy. Jealousy is an easy one, right? Like you would say, oh, this, I don't even notice getting distracted. And I can look back and think, oh, I didn't do that. And I normally would, because I'm pretty secretive as a person. I'm pretty private, and I
It's
don't,
sacred.
yeah, exactly. I don't voice my things. I don't project feelings. I have learned to, embody myself
And be accountable.
and be accountable for everything. So I don't project, but I still know it. I'm still aware. But now I noticed there was instances where when I look back, I would have been different, but I didn't take my focus. It didn't steal anything from me in that moment. I wasn't in a trauma response.
I think we have such a different understanding. I don't feel trauma has to be negative.
It doesn't.
It's an instant. It's something that happened, and it can just be information. Obviously, there can be traumatic events that are horrendous and awful and horrible to deal with. But it can just be something as simple as a part of your timeline or something that happened to your body. And so
that we hold that.
We do.
Right? We hold it in our physical tissue.
And that's where the gut comes into play. Like how would we get any healing or nutrients to that part of our body without the gut, right?
Exactly.
So with gut health, how have your symptoms from IBS, and I never say it right, Ascites?
Ascites, yes. I know.
I said it right.
I didn't even know what it was until I had it. Okay? I didn't even know it existed in the world. And I was a nurse before I was a massage therapist. So I do believe a lot of it is kind of a mental thing too, of a belief system that, I'm going to attribute all of you in this team because I knew you guys were going to help me. I think that calmed my gut. I think just knowing I had a place. Because before I even started the supplements, I stopped having the symptoms.
Yep.
Literally. Like as soon as I met with Dr. Earl for the first time, I literally started the healing instantly. Literally instantly before the supplements. I was getting the IV therapies, which was awesome and amazing. And I knew how that was good. I'd done them before. But before I even started the full program, I stopped having the symptoms.
I love this.
I literally wasn't having diarrhea every day. I started having constant normal stools. I actually was like stealing the nutrients in my body. And then I was starting to take the supplements and then getting into the GI integrity and all of that stuff. And oh my gosh, that was like 100%. I've not went backwards. Like I've had a few bouts of things, but I think that's food poisoning type thing. It's like when I made bad decisions and whatever, right? But as I follow forward, nothing has retracted. Everything has gone forward. I think my emotional stability, my brain, that calmness that said, I am in good hands, just allowed me and my body to start
regulating.
Yeah, to start regulating.
Your body
everything.
could say, I can be calm.
Yes.
I can panic. And you've mentioned that your skin was out of control. You shared a very vulnerable photo with us.
I know,
and
I
you
was
look
not
gorgeous,
the prettiest.
and you feel...
But it's real. I feel great. And like my clients, like I had clients that literally wouldn't even book with me because they didn't want to put me through physical strength. Like, they're like, I don't want you to have to work. Like, literally, they're like, we would even pay and not even come because they cared that much about me. Like, yes. And so I knew that's how low I was, how bad I was, is that my own people who I care for are giving back to me and saying, let you take a break, right? And they're all still there now. And so for the last 8 months, as they're coming through, most people come 2 weeks, once a month, whatever. Colleen, you're doing so amazing. You look so good. Like, they're just happy. Well, thank you. I'll have to send you guys a before of this picture. Like before I feel like my gut health really went bad, you would have thought I was a supermodel. Like, and I'm not saying that to be arrogant.
Send us all of those.
Like, I know. Like you'd look at it and be like, oh my gosh. I mean,
because we never would have even imagined the picture you did share with us, and you were still beautiful and still you.
I appreciate that. You guys seeing
that you didn't feel well.
No, I was so low and down, and that's what I told Dr. Earl too. I think that this can combat mental health because honestly, if you are feeling that way, the gut weighs you down, the way everything, the parasites, everything in your body, you don't even feel like yourself. You just don't, you don't recognize it. I'm blessed that I did, and I'm blessed that I found help. But yeah, it's a really humbling experience to like be able to go through it. And I am happy to share the lows and the highs and, continue, because I do think I'm on my verge to thriving. I feel like this gut-brain connection is honestly helping me to change my environment for the better. I can see now what can be, and I can see what's putting things.
And you're not limited.
No, by any means. It's limitless. And I started my first book, and I've already coined it. I've already done it. It's called Limitless. And I'll show you guys, like, literally, like, it's limitless.
Stay tuned for Limitless.
Well, I don't know if I'll ever publish anything that's in God's hands.
Of course she will.
We'll see. My clients keep asking me too. They're like, can you just like write all this stuff down and do all this? And I'm like, I have, and I'll share, and I do as I come into, places with people. But I'm not ready for a big, like...
But you're on that path.
Yes, I am. And I have a feeling that's this gut-brain connection, because that's what I was missing. And this is the first time I have gone, I started in February, so however many months that is, that I have not gone into a retreat. I haven't gone back. I haven't started having the loose stools and all this stuff consistently. I haven't had any of that. And I'm eating, feeling good, and continuing to want to thrive.
And flowing through the hard things differently.
Differently, yes.
To where they don't
That's the neuro
set you
reboot.
back. I know.
It has to be. Because the gut stuff was awesome, but this neuro reboot.
I think it's the two together. Because without the gut, how effective could that be? Right? So I love the way you've done it. Sorry, and go on, Ron.
I have to get this out because this is right on the tip of my tongue.
We'll be quiet.
To both of these points, when you're feeling dysregulated and you're feeling depressed or erratic, what have you, that can be because of the gut and what's happening, what the bad players of the microbiome are hijacking your vagus nerve. So this is what I was about to say earlier, and I'm so glad it came around in this way, because now it makes a lot more sense. There's more context. But when the bad microbiome, I call it bad, unruly. They maybe they don't know they're doing bad. But
I like unruly.
But give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, we need them. We need them. We do need them to, like we've talked about, set balance.
Yeah.
But when they get out of hand and they're given more than they need, so we're talking about indulging during the holidays, and we're eating lots of high carb foods,
because we
and
put that
foods.
in.
And we should be able to, because that's part of celebration and tradition, but we need to know how to manage it.
The best advice would be to allow it, but don't become it. Like, don't make it something you're going to carry forward. Know that you're in celebration. We don't celebrate every day. I know that can be an argument too. But, on your birthday, you celebrate, right?
But it's that balance.
Yeah, it's that balance. Just allow it, but don't let it take you into it. Because I hear a lot of people say, I started eating sugar again, and now I can't stop. I started drinking alcohol again, and now I can't stop. Don't allow that. Like, have that mindset going into it. Like, don't know that this is the day. And we're not going to go further than this day.
When we feed the unruly players, they create more chemicals that make us crave more of it.
So maybe we need to give more information on what you were just talking about, on how it actually works.
Yes.
The more people understand how it works, they can take control of it themselves.
Yeah, because it makes sense.
Yeah.
And doctor was telling us, he's used this as a way to gain leverage over these unruly players.
You win every time. It's your body.
Because we were talking during our live yesterday about things we can do to help mitigate it, like adding sea salt to our water during the holidays to make sure we stay hydrated.
Water full of salt, and most people don't know that.
Yeah, and healthy sweeteners instead of just pure sugar. And What else? High fiber foods, like introducing those into the meal.
Yeah, and you
right?
can make it part of the celebration.
Yeah.
It's just doing it
Yeah.
a better way. Yeah.
A new way.
A new way. I like that. Yes, a new way, because I think that's what we're doing here. Like you said, we have the blueprints. We do. But what we're doing out here isn't looking like our blueprints.
Well, and I think sometimes it's the awareness of like, how do I actually like to feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I do like a day of indulgence. Do I feel good after the indulgence, or do I not? Like actually listening. When is my body the most at peace, the most content? When does it actually feel like it's thriving? And to shift your energy towards wanting more of that.
Yeah.
And the consistency and the peace that it brings.
How do you get the strength for that though?
Well, I think honestly, just the neural reboot is aiding in that.
Yes.
It literally is. I mean, I can tell you that 100% because I'm doing it.
Me too.
And it literally is showing me the outside, like, to the inside. Like I'm having control that I didn't have before.
It shows it's like the Wi-Fi signal. When you are trying to go to a site and you don't have a clear signal, you can't get there, or it's hard to get there, or it's slow to get there.
You have to wait.
When that signal is clear, because when we go back to that imagery, when you think of the vagus nerve is literally holding all of these organs, our brain, and it's stringing them together, but it does hold them. And when that is not connected, it's just like a really horrible Wi-Fi signal, which makes that site intangible. During the holidays, am I feeling stress, which is natural and normal because you're putting more onto your plate than normal? Am I in reaction, or am I in a place where I can choose how I want to act? But to connect forward, to stay hydrated, to take extra steps, like doctor said, to put sea salt in your water, to use healthier sweeteners that will not change the outcome of your food. Why not do that beforehand anyways? Instead of buying sugar, buy stevia,
Agave or
which
whatever,
whatever it is. I love agave.
I love agaves.
But he shared that stevia has anti-parasitic in it. And so
let's say that.
and so it's like just being aware, taking a moment to pause and to give yourself the gift of gut health during this time. Like, why not do these things?
I do think that's what the neuro reboot does, is I think exactly what you just said. It actually is creating the pause.
Yeah.
It's creating the pause.
And the ability to grab it. It's like, yeah, that's not a big
Well,
deal if I
yeah.
switch up my recipe.
Exactly.
Where before it would feel like it's impossible to switch up my recipe.
Yeah, it's like stressors of everything else, but you don't.
Because then you're just adding.
A pumpkin pie with monk fruit sugar?
Absolutely not.
What is this blasphemy?
Oh my goodness.
But to that point, let's try some new things. And if you don't like it, don't do it next year. But if you do, win. You win. So
true. It's so true. And we have to do for ourselves. You can't pour from an empty cup. We are these vessels. We are in this flesh, and we have to take care of this body. And the better we feel, the better we treat others around us, the better everything goes. One person's another person is another person is another person is another person. So I think the gut health is the most important thing, to be honest. I think it really truly believe there. Yes.
Is how
my life has shown it.
100%. And how much can the vagus nerve function without it?
I know.
It doesn't absorb anything.
No, it was already programmed in us. It's already here. And we just have to understand it. And we just need space to do that in this world, because this world has gotten so backwards. I don't know how to say it.
No, it's true.
Like I said, I've worked in the medical field. I believe in Western medicine to a degree. But there is this, and this is so important, this foundation that,
and
is us.
It seems like, it just seems like simple information.
If you want healing and you come here, you will heal.
Agreed.
You will. I mean, you can hold me against that if you want to. Like, I know it. I know for sure. If you want to heal, you will heal here in this kind of dynamic, healing the gut, dealing with the connection between the gut and the brain, going through the nervous system and doing all of that, you will heal.
I think the thing that I'm understanding and experiencing more and more, these are the building blocks of true health, true healing, and lasting wellness. And that's the big difference of lasting wellness, because we're not putting a Band-Aid on something. We're not managing symptoms. We're saying, let's stop.
We're getting back to basics.
Getting back to basics and restoring that blueprint in people's bodies so that the body can do what it was created to do, and that's heal itself, to sustain wellness. Like Dr. Earl would say, that triangle of healing. You've got your mental, physical, and emotional well-being, and they tie together. And we focus so much on our mental and emotional, and we have all of this opportunity there. But without that physical part of the triangle, the mental and emotional, no matter what work you do, can't last.
You're coming back to like a hardened body, a body that doesn't want to allow.
Yeah,
like it's just saying no,
allow.
It can't. It doesn't even let you in.
So no matter what you read, what you study, no matter what modalities you do, and even nutritionally, no matter what you put in, unless that gut is up and running.
Maybe we should add oxytocin into it.
Well, that's a part of the body, though.
Yeah, no, but like in the treatment, like maybe some oxytocin so people can actually feel that.
And that's what his programs do. They restore the body's ability to release that.
It does naturally.
Yeah.
It literally happens.
Yeah.
It does. So yeah, you don't even need it, to be honest. I'm just thinking about people.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
Just a dose for those who can't get there just yet. Yep.
Just give me that oxytocin, please.
Totally.
Put it in our IVs.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
This all sounds really great.
I know. Well, this is all really great, though, too. And that triangle you talk about, I am experiencing it here. And that's one of the reasons I'm here, because I'm not a person who's swayed by things, and I've never been on pharmaceuticals. You can't tell me anything from anything unless I know it. I will feel it and I'll know, right? And so I don't go for fads. I don't go for this or that. And here, I feel it all.
And that's where emotion meets logic. Because of the simple explanations and the understanding.
Yes.
Which I love.
It's not a system.
So
It's
I'm
just
very much like
you.
you. I'm like, I feel it.
Yeah.
But
you'll know.
Thank you for, again, being here. It's so important because we can gab at each other all day long, but it's so much more important when we can talk to someone who's living it too.
Yeah, exactly. And no, thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to even talk with you, because it's helpful for me. It helps me move through the process too when I
help me to understand.
Speak it. Yeah, because experiences are everything. Our stories connect us, and a connection, I believe, is the most important thing with like global healing, we'll say. So I think it's really awesome and amazing.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
And thank
you. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did the right.
I love what you said about, I wish I could just put some oxytocin in this person so that they could just feel it, for even if they can't make their own right now, like just give them a dose so that they can have hope, what have you.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
We're trying to reinforce
I love that.
the motion of
Yes.
So again,
And give it to the community through these conversations, because there is hope. Like whether it's here, whether it's somewhere else, if you don't feel good, if you have symptoms of some sort and you want answers to your questions, if you need to they take into account the history of your health. They understand and take great care to find out your current state of health so that there can be a path and a plan created for you. So give yourself the gift of gut health by recognizing what symptoms you're experiencing, what you're feeling, and doing the little bits of good that you can to help regulate that during the holidays.
And no, emotions are symptoms too. Symptoms don't just come in feeling sick or, having a stuffy nose or GI issues. Emotions are symptoms of things that are unregulated in the body as well. So, awareness.
this holiday season, when you're eating that pie and having that beer, think of me.
I'm going to literally.
And I want you to feel seen. So just know that
Enjoy
that's
it.
not defeat yet. enjoy the holidays, enjoy and participate in tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, remember that we're here to help you know what tools are available to mitigate all of that.
So enjoy the holidays, absolutely partake in tradition, and also be aware that you'll be able to do that more if you take care of your body, if you give yourself the gift of gut health.
Absolutely.
Amen. Amen.
Good job.
Your gut isn't just where digestion happens, it's where healing begins. When you take care of it, you're supporting every cell, every hormone, and every emotion in your body. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who could use a little gut love this season. Follow Foundations of Health for more conversations that help you build real, lasting wellness, and visit our website to learn more about our Gut Reset program and how you can start your own reset journey. Thanks for joining us on Foundations of Health. In our next episode, we're pressing the reset button on your nervous system. Get ready for the first part of our deep dive into neural reboot, the treatment protocol designed to clear brain fog and restore communication through the entire body. Until then, remember, when you know better, you do better, so you can be better.